What is kicking, everybody? How are you doing today? We are going to be checking out this real quick like. We got the Wampler Pinnacle Deluxe. Some of you guys have saw this chilling down there on the shelf and said, Robert, will you please just do a video, just play it so we can hear the thing, because a lot of you guys are interested in this pedal. And here you go. I thought, hey, you know what, 3 guitars, 1 pedal, all tone. And for the guitars, why don't we use something new, something old, dig it, and something twang. So I'm not going to get too specky on you. If you guys want to jump ahead to the playing, there's your timestamp right there waiting on you. And this pedal just does so much. If you're familiar with the Pinnacle, the original, it was a much smaller version. This one has basically, what do you kick the front end of your amp with? Tube screamer. Well, he's like, let's just cut to the chase, guys. Let's have a boost built in this pedal. So technically you could gig with this thing. If you have a clean amp, boom, distortion covered. A couple things that I really love, obviously the EQ is very important. The boost, you have like your high kind of like bass cut. Your modern is a little bit more some high end. I like it more on the vintage. It's like that darker kind of sound. I like to rock it with the vintage and the flipped up to the boost, so that those really work well to me. And what's cool is the sag switch, so it's kind of like tightens up that the response to your playing. And it's weird, like on the Les Paul, I kick the sag switch out. On the Telly style, I have the sag switch in. So just kind of depends, you know, with all the compression from YouTube, I'm not sure, it's not going to be as drastic as it is in the room with you. Like you can feel the difference when you have the sag switch in and out. So that is extremely cool. I was like, when I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. What does it do exactly? And I was like, oh. So I'm just gonna go ahead and play this thing. We're gonna do some picking, grinning, and some fiddling with these knobs. Okay, now like I said, this is indeed not the demo, so I'm just going to kind of mess around with the pedal some, let you guys hear it. Signal path, the guitar number 1 is this Vola. It's basically a Telly style guitar. And I'm going straight into the pedal. That is going into the Rev 740, which is set to clean. Here's your clean reference, very clean. Neck pickup. So all that bite and grit, here's the bridge. All that bite and grit is coming from the pedal. And from the 740 into the 2 notes reload, rocking a 212 simulation. So let's just kind of dive right into this thing. That is just like a bread and butter distortion. Love it. One thing I do love about this pedal, and I'll go ahead and do it right now, is how it responds. Like I think I mentioned before, how it responds to you kind of cleaning up the volume on your guitar. So here's, let's just get to it. Dime the distortion. Even with all that gain, you can hear the single coils are letting you know that they're here. And with all of that distortion, your notes are so defined. So check it out, I can roll my volume down. Actually, I didn't know this guitar was tuned to D until I started playing it, so you're gonna get my minimum amount of knowledge of drop D guitar. Let's go ahead and get that down. I would personally never use that much distortion, because I don't use tons of gain, but it's there if you want it. So got the treble, of course, you know, rocking around 12 o'clock. Mids, I like my mids. You can scoop them if you want to go that route. I prefer there to be mids. And like I said before, the sag switch to me is a huge deal on this. I'm not sure how well it's going to pick up through like YouTube's compression and all that stuff, but check it out if you can hear this. So that's the sag out. Hear how like the response changes. It's a very much like it's a sound thing. You can really hear it in person with it, but just the feel, it feels very different when you flip that on. Of course, we got the boost going on down here. Go ahead and flip that on. I'll do some talking here on it, and then with the other guitars, I'm just gonna riff around on them. So there's your boost, unboosted. You can get a lot of boost. One thing I thought was kind of nifty is you can, basically kill the distortion side and just have the boost. Notice now my clean has a little bit of a breakup. Get a little bit more on there if we want. Just brightens it up. It can kind of put some life in that clean. I shouldn't say life, just a little bit of grit to it. I feel like the clean was already pretty lively. I do have a little bit of reverb. I think I forgot to mention that. So back to the distortion sid. Check out these switches and we'll switch guitars. So I like it on the vintage mode. Has that little bit of a darker sound to it. Like I said, I like a lot of low end and a lot of high in my sound all at the same time, and the vintage mode kind of gives that to me. So here's vintage. Again, my limited knowledge of drop D licks. You can hear the difference right away. Now over here, the boost and gain switch, I have it up. It kind of gives you some highs. So like I said, I like the vintage down, it's that darker sound. And then you could drop the treble bass down if you want. Let's change guitars. Alright, time for the old one of the group. This is the old Les Paul KM, and again, clean sound. Like I said, I'm just going to do more playing this time, not so much talking. Back to standard tuning. Back home. This is what this distortion reminds me of, this particular tone that Caught Up in You, kind of 38 Special. Do I remember the riff? Without. I love a distortion who can get that Nuno kind of like muted. Whoa, get my hair too. This distortion does it so good. Let's give her some more gain, man. We got humbuckers now. Kind of hear it with the boost on it. I love the cut that the boost gives it. Alright, the final one, I'm just going to throw in some delay and some more reverb and stuff like that, kind of my more lead style tone. And we're going to do it on something modern, the Acacia Pro. So let's kind of see, you can see kind of how we got this dialed in right now. Works really, really well with the delay. Let's see here now. Let's dime that boost. Let's get the boost going. That's what I mean by, like, this could just be like a live rig pedal. And the final thing I'll say about it, I like, you know, a lot of pedals seem to get kind of flubby, you know, up top here. They lose all that warmth, and the note definition just disappears when you're kind of up here playing faster stuff. Across the strings, or just, you know, on a single string. And this thing really, really does it well, you know. I have it on my neck pickup now. Yeah, you just hear all the articulation. Alright guys, hope you dug it. Make sure you go check out Wampler over on their Facebook page. Brian has really outdone himself on this pedal. This is a killer pedal. I would recommend this pedal to anybody. Made here in the USA. It covers some serious ground as far as in the tone category. And just looks cool. Great pedal. Can't recommend it enough for you guys. Links and stuff are all down below waiting for you. And I'm going to go ahead and get going. I'm going to go get working on that demo. And if you're still watching the video, who thinks Brian should play a solo when I make the demo video? All I'm saying.